We're going to have some live fiddle playing in the studio in a moment, because we're going to be talking to members of the swing club, Lizzy and Wayne. They are appearing on the second day, that's Sunday the 27th of this month, at what is going to be a huge music festival at Radcliffe-on-Trent, an open-air music millennium party at the recreation ground, Wharf Lane, Radcliffe-on-Trent. Competition for you, though, just before we have our little chat and some live music. We've got a couple of VIP passes and lunch for two at the Black Lion in Radcliffe-on-Trent. One pair for the Saturday, one pair for the Sunday. That's the bank holiday weekend, August the 26th and 27th. Now, topping the bill on the Sunday evening is going to be the Brighouse and Rastrick Brass Band, who made number 2 in the charts in 1977 with an old traditional tune. What was the tune? If you can name that, then first come, first served as to which day you go along for your free lunch at the Black Lion, which would be rather good. And, well, we will see you there at the Radcliffe Music Festival. So, Nottingham 9343434, the Brighouse and Rastrick Band. They had a number 2 hit in the charts of 1977, but with which tune? Now, among the performers on that very day, as I say, are the Swing Club, Lizzy Ramsey and Wayne Jefferies are with us now. Lizzy, you're struggling a bit with a bad throat, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Dear. You'll be all right, though, for the festival, I hope.
Absolutely, yep. I hope so.
You're minding a Wayne, are you?
That's it, yeah.
Tell me about the Swing Club, then. I mean, where do you go back to?
Well, basically the band started out about 1996 as a trio originally, with myself, another guitarist and a bass player, double bass, and then we had a clarinet player for a while, and eventually discovered Lizzy, who sings when she hasn't got a bad throat, and plays violin, and that's the sort of current incarnation of the band, you know. Oh,
right, okay. Are your gigs getting bigger and better? Is the name getting known?
Well, we've had a bit of a setback because the bass player left recently due to family commitments and stuff, so we're on the lookout for a regular bass player at the moment, so it's quite handy being on the radio.
Yeah, well, there you are then.
So we've kind of had to put things a bit on hold while we try and find someone, but we are doing, you know, some gigs with deck bass players, as they say, you know.
Good. Before you met up with the Swing Club then, Lizzy, what had been your history with your violin there?
Well, I was doing lots of recording, session work. Really, my history is in like Irish folk and jamming with a lot of folk rock bands.
Yeah. But you're enjoying things with the Swing Club at the moment?
Absolutely, yeah.
Good. You described it when I spoke to you on the phone, Wayne. I said, what type of music would you sort of pigeonhole yourself, if you have to? And you said gypsy jazz.
Yeah, gypsy jazz is what people tend to think of it these days, that particular style, because it originated with Django Reinhardt in the 30s, who was a gypsy guitarist who discovered American jazz and kind of fused the two together into a style of his own, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who've copied that style since over the years, and it's become known as gypsy jazz because it has elements of gypsy music and American jazz, you know.
So what kind of profile does it have these days, do you think?
It's not very well known in this country, but on the continent, sort of France, Holland, you know, Belgium and stuff, it's a lot more common than it is here, although there is a kind of an underground network of enthusiasts, you know.
Looks like being a good festival, this does, doesn't it? Hey, yes. Have you played many open-air gigs like this before?
We did BBC Music Live in Leicester a couple of months ago, and played in Birmingham Jazz Festival, which was, well, a shopping centre. So it wasn't really open air, but yeah, not so many festivals yet, but hopefully more to come.
Yeah, well, I shall be there comparing in the evening. I dare say you're going to be on in the afternoon on the Sunday, aren't you?
Yeah, 3:30 till 4:15.
Yeah. Well, you brought your guitar with you, Wayne, and Lizzy there is stood waiting to fiddle away for us then. So, well, the floor is yours if you would like to entertain us. What are you going to play?
Well, we're going to play a tune called Stomping at Decca, which was something that Django and Stefan, they composed it on the spot in 1938. So.
Okay. This is the Swing Club. we enjoyed that. That was fantastic. You've got the ultimate praise from next door, the Phantom Typist has sent a 3-word message that is all, this is fab, she says. It was as well. You're going to get the audience going with that, aren't you? Do you compose your own stuff, or do you do old Django type numbers?
Well, we mostly do a selection of sort of Django Reinhardt stuff from the 30s, old jazz standards and popular tunes of the day, the 30s and 40s. Although we are sneaking 1 or 2 compositions in of our own, they're not quite ready
Wayne's
yet.
composed a couple.
Yeah,
Really?
They're not quite ready yet. For
okay. But it really does bring back, the feel of the era. You said the 30s. I could have gone back, not personally, you understand, but associate it with, say, the 1920s, and things like that. That was really good, that was. And let's just have a word with one of our winners here. Hello, Fred.
Hello.
Hi. What was the answer to that competition?
Florodan.
It was. You knew that, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Weren't they super, the swing club, then?
That just sounded like Stefan Grafella.
Well, the Stefan
Was that
Grafella.
blind pianist you used to play with?
Really?
What was the blind pianist you used to play with, Stefan Grafella?
Who was the blind pianist with Stefan Graffelli?
No.
George Shearing.
That's
George
it.
Shearing,
George
of course.
Shearing. I forgot for a minute, yeah.
Played with Nat King Cole as well, didn't
That's
he?
right, yeah. It just sounded like him, Stefan Grafella, that fella did then on that.
Well, there you are. You can see the Swing Club in the afternoon. You can see a huge programme with the Ratcliffe Ladies Choir, the Ratcliffe Male Voice Choir, the Henley Farrell Big Band, also our good friends the Toe Tappers and the Brighouse and Rasterick Band. You've won yourself lunch for 2 and some tickets, Fred.
Lovely, I like that.
OK, we'll get in touch with you. And Jeffrey from Sherwood, who's going along on the Saturday, so well done to the pair of you. So what kind of a programme are you going to be doing then at Ratcliffe?
Well, we've got 45 minutes. It's mainly going to be some original Django compositions and some jazz standards from that era,
You'll have the audience whooping it up with you, won't you?
Okay.
Did you get them to join in?
Well, not really, it depends. Sometimes they try to sing along, some people try to clap along, but, most people just gets the feet going, really,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to it. Can you do us one more number, do you reckon?
Yeah, do something a bit more mellow.
Oh, right, okay.
It's a tune by Django's called Nuages.
just needed the potted palms there, really, didn't we? Well done. Thank you very much, Lizzy and Wayne, for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Other than the Redcliffe-on-Trent Festival, are there any other local gigs where we can sit and hear you?
We've got one coming up at, well, a couple actually, at the Lion Inn in Basford. They have a regular jazz session every Sunday lunch. Our next one's on September the 10th. Right. But we've also got an extra one on a Monday night, which is September the 4th.
You'll have to give me your gig list so we can give it a few mentions, but I look forward to seeing you at Redcliffe-on-Trent on Sunday the 27th, and thank you for coming in.